Hello again, my friend. It's me, Mr. Brucey, here for another one of my favourite walks in the English countryside. I've been waiting all week for this one. I can smell the fields already, even before the car door opens. That mix of grass and old stone, damp hedgerow, and a whisper of hay from the farms around Pilton. It's quiet here, peaceful, the sort of quiet that hums softly, like the earth breathing. The car clicks open, and out I hop. My paws meet cool gravel, and oh, that first stretch, the kind where your tail just wags on its own, because the air feels full of adventure and calm all at once. You can almost taste the morning. A little dew, a hint of cow parsley. We're at the edge of Worthy Farm, where the Glastonbury Festival happens each summer. But today, there's no music or tents, just green fields rolling over the hills, fences dotted with moss, and rooks chatting lazily in the trees. It feels like the land is resting after a big dance. I start down the lane, my lead loose, tail swinging. The lane's narrow, a Somerset kind of lane, with high hedges that smell of blackberries and nettle. The road curls like a sleepy river, each corner opening up another little view of patchwork fields. There's a sign I know well, Worthy Lane. My paws pad past it and onto a track where the old railway once ran. You can still see the rise of the embankment and the way the ground dips where the line used to go. The trains don't run anymore, not for a long time, but if you listen very carefully, you might imagine a faint chuff-chuff in the breeze. Sometimes, when the wind's just right, I think I can smell the old iron, but mostly it smells of clover, damp earth, and the sweet perfume of elderflowers. The track is wide and soft, perfect for walking. There's grass growing thick in the middle, and little yellow buttercups dance when I brush past. My paws make a soft, rhythmic pad-pad-pad sound. It's almost musical in its own sleepy way. I pass an old gate with a wooden sign carved into it. Festival Crew Entrance. The letters are faded, and there's ivy curling up one side behind it. The land opens wide into those famous Glastonbury fields. Now it's just me and the breeze. The festival fences are stacked neatly, and there's a quiet hum of bees drifting around the wildflowers. You know, when the festival's on, people say this place feels alive with sound and colour, but I think it's alive right now too, just in a gentler way. The land remembers. You can feel it in your paws. I sniff a post, because, well, one must, then wander toward the big oak at the corner of the track. It's huge, with a trunk thick enough to hide behind and barks full of deep grooves. I like to press my nose against it and smell the years. Somewhere ahead, I can hear a trickling sound. Maybe a stream, maybe just a little drain, but water always means adventure. I trot toward it, ears perked. The ground dips and grows cool beneath my pads. I find a small brook running alongside the path, hidden under a tangle of willow roots. The water smells clean, earthy and ancient. I dip a paw in. It's cold, the kind of cold that makes you blink and wag all at once. I lap a few mouthfuls and sigh. As we follow the stream, I see a familiar shape in the distance, the pirate ship. It's not far now, tucked behind a line of trees. I can almost see its wooden masts above the hedge, but I'll save that visit for later. Right now, I'm enjoying the soft calm of this part of the walk, the lull of bird calls and the gentle rustle of leaves. A pair of rabbits dart across the track, white tails flashing. I resist the urge to chase. Well, mostly. My paw twitches, just a little, The air here smells of apple blossom. It must be drifting from one of the orchards nearby. Somerset air always tastes a bit of apple, I think. Sweet and round, like cider without the fizz. We reach a small bridge, just wide enough for a tractor, and I pause to look out. The fields roll out in front of me, all green and gold, stitched together with hedgerows. I can see Glastonbury Tor far away, the tower standing proud on its hill, watching over everything. It looks small from here, but somehow mighty too. Sometimes I think the Tor can hear us. When the breeze comes from that direction, it carries a faint echo of music. Or maybe that's just memory. I take a deep breath and pad on. The sun climbs higher, warming my fur, and a few lazy clouds drift by. There's a bench up ahead, half covered in lichen, with a brass plaque that says, "For those who dance beneath these stars." I sit beside it for a moment and listen. No sound but the hum of bees and the distant lowing of cows. The track bends again, leading deeper into the festival site, though right now it's just a calm meadow, fenced with wooden posts and nettles. A buzzard circles overhead, slow and graceful. I start to feel that lovely sort of stillness settle over everything, the kind that makes you yawn just thinking about it. But the walk's only just begun. There's the pirate ship to visit, and the pink castle beyond that, and something I've heard about in whispers, a stone dragon hidden in the river, waiting quietly. I give my fur a shake, feel the sunlight ripple along my back, and set off down the path once more, tail high and heart happy. The countryside hums softly around me, green and alive, yet gentle and slow, as if the whole of Pilton is resting in a dream. The path dips gently now, winding between tall grasses and a scatter of old wooden posts. A blackbird sings somewhere above, and the song echoes just enough to make it sound like two birds are talking to each other. I slow my pace, not because I'm tired, oh no, just because this bit of the walk is made for taking slowly. You don't rush through peace like this. You let it find you. Ahead, the trees part to reveal something wonderful, the pirate ship playground. Even when no one's around, it looks ready to sail. Its wooden hull is faded from years of sunshine and rain, and the sails flap lazily in the wind, creaking just a little. I trot closer, nose twitching. There's a faint smell of salt. Or maybe that's just my imagination. The wood remembering seaside air from some long ago day. I pad around the ship's side, sniffing the posts and ropes, then hop up the small ramp. My paws click softly on the boards. "Ahoy," I whisper, my tail wagging. I like to pretend I'm Captain Brucey of the Somerset seas, sailing through waves of green grass and buttercups. The land around me ripples like an ocean in the breeze. After a little exploring and one careful sniff of the ship's bow for good measure, I hop down again. The world feels open and gentle. From here, I can see the top of the pink castle, just beyond a cluster of sycamores. It's painted a cheerful shade of rose, the colour of candy floss left in the sun. As I pad closer, the ground grows softer, spongy with moss. The castle's small drawbridge is down, and the wooden turrets point up toward the blue sky. No children are laughing or running today, just the whisper of the wind slipping through the windows. I wander inside. The air smells faintly of paint and old wood. I climb a few steps to a platform and peek out through the little arched window. The fields stretch forever, scattered with dandelions, and the glint of a distant stream. It's hard not to sigh with happiness. Imagine, I murmur, all those little feet running here in summer, all those giggles in the air. Now it's just stillness and the sound of my own breathing. I stand there for a moment, tail wagging softly, before heading back down the steps. The sun warms my back as I pad out again. Somewhere nearby, water glimmers. That must be the river. And if I remember right, that's where the dragon sleeps. I follow the sound. The track becomes narrower, lined with ferns and forget-me-nots. A bumblebee drifts lazily past my nose. I give it a polite sniff and let it go on its way. The river appears suddenly, as if it's been hiding behind a curtain of reeds. The water moves slow and clear. Carrying sunlight across its ripples, I can see my reflection. Nose, whiskers, and a few little bubbles rising where I breathe. And then, just beyond a bend, I see it. The stone dragon. At first, it looks like part of the riverbank, all grey and mossy. But as I step closer, I see the shape. Its back arched with scales made from rounded stones, its head dipping into the water. From its mouth, the river flows out in a smooth, silvery line. It's quiet magic, the kind you only find when you walk slowly enough. I tilt my head, ears perked. "Hello, old dragon," I whisper. "You look peaceful today." The dragon doesn't move, of course, but I imagine it gives a low, rumbly sort of purr, the sound of the river itself. The water trickles through its stony teeth, cool and clear. I take a sip. It tastes of the earth, sweet and calm. A soft rustle behind me makes my tail wag before I even turn around. I know that sound anywhere. It's a shake of water, a sneeze of excitement, and then a deep, friendly bark. "Dennis," I bark back, tail whipping side to side. There he is, Dennis, the black Labrador, my very best friend. His coat is a little muddier than mine, as usual, his grin wide, eyes bright. He bounds over, and we meet in a flurry of happy circles, tails tangling, paws patting the grass. "Oh, Brucey, you found the dragon," he pants, eyes sparkling. "I've been swimming in the river just down from here. Come on, the water's perfect." Now, I'm not one to say no to a swim, especially not when Dennis invites me. We race down the riverbank together, paws thumping in rhythm, ears flapping like little flags. The grass gives way to smooth pebbles, cool and round underfoot. With one big leap, Dennis splashes into the water. Kersploosh! And before I can even think twice, I'm in after him. The water is cool and delicious. It wraps around me like silk, and all the world goes muffled and soft. I paddle beside Dennis, our ripples meeting and spreading across the surface. Every now and then, we dive our noses under to chase bubbles or drift with the slow current. The dragon watches us from upriver, water glinting from its mouth like it's smiling. We play for a while, splashing, swimming, shaking, until the air is full of droplets and laughter. Then we wade to the bank, dripping and panting, and flop down in a patch of soft clover. The sun warms our fur, drying us as we rest. Dennis rolls onto his back, paws in the air. "This is the best kind of day," he sighs. It really is, I agree. Quiet, green, and full of friends. The breeze drifts through the reeds, carrying the scent of wild mint and earth. Somewhere a distant tractor hums, and a wood pigeon coos a slow, sleepy rhythm. After a while, Dennis nudges me. Do you think the dragon dreams when we're not here? He asks. I think about it, watching the water glimmer over the stones. Maybe it dreams of music, I say, of all the songs that float through these fields each summer. Maybe it remembers everyone. Dennis smiles that doggy smile, the one that says he understands exactly what I mean. We lie there a long while, not saying much, just breathing the same quiet air. The world feels soft and round, like it's wrapped in a warm blanket. Eventually, Dennis gives a big yawn, the kind that makes his ears twitch, and stands. Come on, Captain Brucey, he chuckles. Let's walk a bit more before we both fall asleep here. I stretch, shake off the last bits of river water, and together we start up the grassy slope toward the next field. The sun's beginning to drift lower now, its light turning golden. Everything glows, the grass, the leaves, even the tiny gnats dancing in the air. Dennis trots beside me, and we walk in that easy rhythm friends have. Step for step, paw for paw, no need for words. Somewhere behind us, the dragon gurgles softly, the sound of the river saying goodbye. The hill rises gently under my paws, damp and cool where the shade lingers. Dennis walks just ahead, his tail flicking lazily, fur glinting in the sunlight. Neither of us says a word. We don't need to. The air is full enough, full of warmth and quiet sounds, and the steady rhythm of our breathing. Each step feels slower now. The excitement from earlier has melted into something softer, like honey spreading through warm tea. The fields around us sigh in the breeze. Grasshoppers sing somewhere close, and the world smells of sun-baked earth and sweet hay. We pass an old oak gate, its hinges creaking in time with the wind. Beyond it, the path curves back toward Worthy Farm. The fences here are lined with tall nettles and cow parsley, and little white butterflies drift between them, light as thoughts. I pause on the rise. From here, you can see almost everything. The whole heart of Pilton lying quiet in the golden evening. The festival fields stretch below, stitched with hedgerows and the soft shapes of trees. The pink castle glows faintly in the low light, and the pirate ship looks like it's sailing on a green sea. The air hums gently, as if the land itself is purring. I take it all in, the hush, the colours, the soft pulse of the countryside. It feels like the world is slowing down just for us. Dennis pads on ahead, following the path toward the lane. His paws make a muffled thud against the turf, and I follow, matching his rhythm until we're side by side again. We cross a little wooden bridge, and the water beneath it glimmers with the last of the sun. I can still smell the river, cool, mineral, faintly sweet. Somewhere far behind, the stone dragon still breathes out its endless trickle. The path narrows. The trees lean overhead now, their branches making a soft tunnel of leaves. The air grows cooler, touched by evening. A few birds sing their last songs, clear, slow, and low. The sound wraps around me like a lullaby. Dennis shakes his coat, drops scattering tiny sparkles of water, then gives me a look that says he'll meet me again soon. With a wag of his tail, he slips off down another path toward home. I watch him go until the trees swallow his golden shape. Then it's just me, the track, and the hush of Somerset dusk. I like it this way. Quiet, simple. Every sound feels bigger now. The breeze brushing my ears, the soft crunch of gravel, the distant bleat of a sheep somewhere on the hill. My paws find their rhythm again. Pad, 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 steady and calm. The air smells different as the day folds itself away, cooler, heavier, with a hint of wood smoke. I breathe it in deep. My fur is still a little damp from swimming, but the warmth inside me is enough. I pass the old bench from earlier, the one that says, "For those who dance beneath these stars." I stop for a moment, place my paws on the seat, and look up. The first stars are just beginning to appear, tiny sparks above the silhouette of Glastonbury Tor. The tower stands dark against the fading sky. I can almost hear the earth sighing in contentment. A yawn escapes before I can stop it. My tail gives a slow, sleepy wag. Time to head back. The lane leads me down toward the car park. The gravel is cool now, smooth under my paws. My steps are slower, not from tiredness exactly, but from that peaceful sort of heaviness that comes when the day has been full and kind. As I reach the car, the world has settled into twilight. A soft blue light drapes over the fields. Somewhere nearby, a cow lows a long, lazy goodnight. The car door opens with a gentle click. My blanket is there, waiting, warm and smelling faintly of home and grass. I hop in, circle once, twice, then settle into the soft dip of the seat. The air is still. Through the window, I can see the last shimmer of the sky fading behind the Tor. The fields are quiet now, resting until morning. I rest my head on my paws. My eyes grow heavy, but my mind drifts through all the things I've seen today. The pirate ship creaking in the wind, the pink castle glowing, the dragon in the river, Dennis splashing beside me. Each memory fades like ripples on the water. I breathe out slowly. The car hums faintly, a comforting sound, and my heartbeat slows to match it. Outside, a night breeze rustles through the hedges, soft and low. Inside, everything is still. My eyelids grow heavier, heavier still. I think about the fields, green, endless, and kind, and how, when the world is quiet like this, it feels like it's holding you, keeping you safe. "Good night, my friend," I whisper, though maybe it's only in my thoughts now. Sleep well, we'll walk again soon. The last thing I hear is the sigh of the wind through the grass, and then just peace.